Hello ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to the channel. My name is Starco Gaming, and today we are back with another Marvel Future Fight video. In this video, guys, we're going to take a look at Dr. Octopus, so with his new uniform in Alliance Battle Extreme, and see if he can actually perform without the awakening skill, without getting him to level 70, see if he can actually compete with Electro or not. That's going to be the big question we're going to answer in this video. So obviously we're going to be running one run with Octopus, one run with Electro, but before all of that, guys, we're going to go into the build of my Octopus so you guys can see what kind of build we are actually running with. So let's get started with that right away. First, the team, best team for Dr. Octopus. You have Ghost Lead with Dr. Octopus and Black Cat. She's the best because she does apply a buff to the beast that decrease the damage reduction that the beast does when she strikes, so she's definitely the best. But you could also go with Electro as a team up, which give a dodge and critical rated to Dr. Octopus and is a striker. That could actually be good too, but I do believe that the Black Cat team up is actually better, especially that I got a CTP of Insight on her. Also, if you don't have Ghost, the next best option to go as a lead, it will be a Baron Zemo, which will give about the same leadership. If you don't have Baron Zemo, Electro will be the next best option. Now, if you don't have Electro, but well, you're kind of stuck with Sin, which is literally not optimal because our leadership is pretty weak. So the optimal team opinion is this team here, guys. Now if we look at the build of my Dr. Octopus, Superior Octopus here, well, first, he's level 60, his potential is not done yet, so no awakening skill, as I said before. The stat sheet, we have max cooldown, maxing or defense, max critical damage, 55% critical rate, which is still about 20% away from the cap, 123% attack speed. We do have 22,645 physical attack. He has 3 special abilities, a Sinister 6. He has attack speed increased by 3%, and he is a machine. The machine ability means that he can actually use Ghost as a leadership pretty much, and that the Magneto is gonna wreck him if he faces Magneto pretty much. The gear is 20. We have 2 physical attack per gear, then a mix of critical rate and critical damage to min-max those stats as much as possible. ISO set, we have a set bonus stage 6 in effects of Hawkeye, so we get 8.5% of all attack, critical rate, critical damage, 8.1% dodge cooldown, activation rate, 12% chance when attacking, plus 20% increase of all attack for 20 seconds with a cooldown time of 60 seconds. Custom gear, we have CTP of Energy, 180% proc, 25% chain hit damage, 37.1% critical damage, and ignore dodge 35.4%. And ignore dodge is actually important on speed villain, guys, because the beast has increased dodge, so very, very important. If you run with the CTP of Energy, I mean, you want to have as much ignore dodge as you can on that one. Uniform, we add the uniform to Eric. That's all I could done, and only 2 of the 3 bonus uniforms so far. So we get attack speed in the first uniform with Far From Home, Spider-Man. Second, we're missing War Machine team suit. I wish it was Endgame instead. And the third uniform, the Captain Marvel uniform, that gives me my Ingo defense I actually need. Fourth uniform will actually be the Spider-Man 2099 uniform, and I forgot what was the 5th uniform, but I did cover that in the actual early access video, guys, if you watch it. So those are the bonus uniform, the uniform setup we have. Now if we look at the uniform bonus, this is a very, very interesting bonus. Activation rate, when skill tentacle shockwave is used, apply to self, increase damage by 200% for 1 attack with a cooldown time of 10 seconds. I do believe it's stacked with the CTP of Energy, so you get a massive damage boost when you actually use it with your damage proc skill, which I believe is the 5th skill, but I'm still debating between the 5th skill and the 4th skill, but I do believe that the 5th skill is the best skill to be used after you get that damage proc, or to sync your damage proc from your CTP of energy, in my personal opinion. And he has a 6th skill change. We have a new tier 2 passive, which gives increased chain damage by 10% when attacking, and increased guaranteed damage rate by 20%, and change the tier 1 passive, which give a little bit more physical attack, 20% increase of physical attack here. I think it was 5 or 10% before, if I'm not mistaken. Now the rotation is actually pretty simple. Use a 3rd skill on cooldown for immunity to all damage and getting your damage proc from uniform every 10 seconds. Proc on 5. Use the 4th skill as a filler to not get killed. If you still need a filler, 2nd skill is iframe 2, and you just repeat that rotation over and over. And if you don't see an iframe, guys, you're gonna get murder. That is pretty much pretty basic. So that's pretty much how I'm playing. Obviously, still working on finding a good rotation for this guy. If you have the awakening skill is the best skill to actually use your damage proc on, definitely, when it's available, and it does increase your damage by a lot. Like, it will at least double, maybe triple the damage with that awakening skill. So that will be a huge difference. But we're gonna test here Dr. Octopus versus Electro to see which one, with a normal setup, my Electro actually has CTP destruction, and which one with a normal setup can actually score the best when you don't have the awakening skill on Dr. Octopus, because a lot of people will not invest the CCF and the awakening crystal into Dr. Octopus, so they want to know how it can perform without that skill. So that is what we're going to be testing here today. So let's get started with this team first, then we're going to go with the Electro team and see how it goes. The comparison, because with the new beast armor, I have no idea what Electro can actually do now. That's going to be quite interesting to test. So let's get started here. The start is actually not that bad. It's really about keeping that proc on, I think. Now I lost the proc, so we're gonna skip the 5th skill for this rotation. There we go, we got it on this time. And you can see that 5th skill doing a lot less damage when we don't get the bonus from the 3rd skill. Definitely doing a lot less damage. I really need to get that thing back on, definitely. Okay, so let's go with the 5th skill here, trying to get that thing back on. Let's run around a little bit. Let's try to not get killed. Okay, there we go. You can see a little bit more damage now. I hate that the proc skill is actually a 9-second cooldown. That makes it so more difficult to actually get your damage proc on that skill. It's really annoying in my opinion. But we're doing pretty good here, I think. Well, I'm hoping. I'm definitely hoping. Now the score should start slowing down with the beast armor, definitely. Because we're up to the 70% stack right now, so yeah, definitely that should start slowing down a lot. And he's about to do his 90%, then now that's gonna be a killer. So we're up to 300,000. It's pretty decent considering that we don't have a CTP of Rage and no working skill in my opinion. We did not get a proc on that skill, okay. We're gonna try to delay it a little bit here. There we go. And boom, let's try. Yep, we got the last proc here. So we got 250,000 points. So that is the first test with the new uniform of Dr. Octopus. Now, before the update, I was scoring about 600,000 with my Electro, with the CTP as Destruction, and I'm really hoping we're gonna be close enough to that, but we gotta go in and test this out and see how it's gonna do. So we're gonna compare a little bit. My Electro is 64, so you could reduce a little bit of damage. Maybe we could take about 10% away from the score if we compare level 60 to level 60, definitely. So that will give us an idea if, you know, at level 60, if Dr. Octopus is actually competitive with Electro. In the first minute, Electro seems to be better than Dr. Octopus, definitely. Let's to see at the end what will be the difference. Score is definitely going a lot slower than it was going before the update. That I can tell you that. But you can see that if you don't get, it looks like if you don't get the awakening skill from Dr. Octopus, that Electro is still going to be a little bit ahead of him, but not by that much. Not by that much. Well, it's still quite a lot. Okay, so pretty much the comparison was 525k to 350k. So definitely, if you do have Electro and do not plan to awaken the skill on Dr. Octopus, Electro is going to be better. But if you do plan to get the awakening skill on your boy Octopus, he is definitely going to be a lot better than Electro, because he's already close. He's pretty much like 20%, about 20%, or maybe 30% behind Electro right now, and that awakening skill. Just the awakening skill give him a 50% increase of all attacks, so just that will guarantee you to actually be stronger than electro. But anyway, with the awakening skill, guys, as soon as we get Octopus ready with that skill fully maxed out in level 70, we will be making a Alliance battle stream guide to actually show how powerful he is today. I just wanted to, you know, for people, free-to-play players that don't care that much, don't have electro, don't like Korat, they want another option, well, you have it here. Octopus can definitely give you your maximum rewards, which is actually pretty awesome. Anyway, guys, if you have any comment, feedback, there's a comment section down below. Drop what you gotta say and I'll get back to you as soon as possible, guys. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel. Make sure to drop a like on this video if you enjoyed the content. If you want to play Marvel Future Fight on the PC, make sure to check the description down below and click on the link next to play Marvel Future Fight on PC. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next time.